Hafa everybody, I'm Sabrina Salas Matanane with the latest on COVID-19. Like you, I'm sheltering in place, but still providing the very latest on COVID-19. Now, as of right now, the total number of confirmed COVID-19 positive cases is at 14. That is the latest information that we got from the Joint Information Center last night. We, of course, are still waiting for the very latest numbers. But on Friday, 2 more people had tested positive for COVID-19. The latest results should be issued later today. Meanwhile, Public Health today received 200 new test kits. So that is some good news. Public Health notes that it has been requesting for additional test kits from the Center for Disease Control. However, as many of you know, there is a nationwide shortage. Now, following up on a story we first brought you earlier today on our social media platforms about confirmed COVID-19 patients that were allowed on home isolation, the Joint Information Center says it was only temporary and that they are now being transported to the skilled nursing unit in Barricada Heights. According to the JIC, Public Health temporarily sent 9 COVID positive individuals with mild symptoms into home isolation and monitored them frequently. DPHSS determined home isolation was the best intermediate option while the skilled nursing unit prepared to accept these patients. Additionally, home isolation subject to public health monitoring frees space for acute care patients, for example, those suffering from respiratory disorders. Home isolation, they say, also lessens the potential infection of frontline health professionals. Mayors, however, like Sinohonia Mayor Robert Hoffman, told KUAM, quote, "We should have all known." Senator James Moylan is also calling for transparency. The senator, who worked in the health insurance industry prior to becoming a lawmaker, wrote a letter to the governor, Lulian Guerrero, today, stating the island is in a state of panic, and a lot of this has to do with the lack of information being circulated by the government. He also said there should have been more transparency and additional information about the decisions and policies about positive COVID patients being allowed home isolation. Quote, "The more details provided to the community without impacting privacy laws should help reduce the chaos in the community, and now more than ever, that is needed. Whether it is about advising on when the next kits or additional ventilators will arrive on island, or health status update of the medical staff at GMH exposed to the fiasco this past week, our people need answers." After visiting the Guam Memorial Hospital, Father Jeff San Nicolas is now under self-quarantine. The Archdiocese of Agana confirms the Vicar General visited GMH on Friday, which included visiting with patients who are infected with COVID-19. Since Friday, Father Jeff, as well as the Archdiocese, have been in communication with Public Health. KUAM, in the meantime, is partnering with the Archdiocese. You can watch the Sunday Masses at 9:30 a.m. on Facebook Live, KUM TV8 and TV11, and live stream the weekday Masses at 12:10 in the afternoon. From the nation's capital, Congressman Michael San Nicolas posted a video on his YouTube channel providing updates on federal funding made available to the government of Guam and island residents in response to COVID-19.
There's been a lot of talk. The president has been talking about $1,000 per individual. I know that the Senate has mentioned $1,200 per individual. Either way, all of these things are going to be funded by the U.S. Department of Treasury and the Federal Reserve. Both of those agencies fall under the Financial Services Committee, where Guam is the vice chair. And so that's really, really good news. I hate sounding positive in all this, but it's good news for Guam in that the package that's going to be put together is going to go through the Financial Services Committee. So we're going to make sure that territories are included, and we're going to make sure that the unique circumstances of Guam are taken into consideration when these things are rolled out.
And others who are affected by the new COVID-19 military base access policies brave long lines to shop on base. In this viewer-submitted photos and videos, the military's new COVID-19 commissary and exchange policies for non-essential personnel went into effect this weekend. These pictures and videos show long lines at both Andersen Air Force Base and Naval Base Guam. The military instituted new policies regarding access to facilities after a public health emergency was declared at both bases because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Weekday access is limited to mission-essential personnel for operational purposes and authorized civilians and their dependents. Weekend access will be open to all authorized patrons. That according to releases from the military.